Hello and welcome back to the USA Leaders. You know who Dave Chappelle is, right? Of course you do. He's the funniest man alive. But he's also much more than that. He's an actor, a writer, a producer, and a legend. He's the creator and star of some of the most hilarious and groundbreaking shows and movies ever made. In this video, we're going to show you why Dave Chappelle is not only the world's greatest comedian, but also the world's greatest teacher. But first, let us tell you a little story. Dave was born in 1973 in Washington, D.C. He started doing stand-up comedy when he was just 14 years old. He sucked at first. He bombed so hard that he made people cry. But he didn't give up. He kept working on his craft, learning from the best, like Pryor and Carlin. He found his voice, his style, his edge. He spoke the truth, no matter how raw, how painful, how controversial. He made it to the big time in the late 90s with his show on Comedy Central. It was called Chappelle Show, and it was a masterpiece. It was unlike anything ever seen on TV. It was fearless, brilliant, and hilarious. It tackled topics like race, sex, and pop culture with a razor-sharp wit and a cutting-edge satire. Remember the sketch where he played a blind black-white supremacist? That was not just a joke. That was a genius commentary on the absurdity of racism. Dave was not just making us laugh. He was making us think.
And he saves more than he rapes.
But Dave's genius was not limited to his jokes. He was also a master storyteller. He could take any personal experience, no matter how mundane, how bizarre, how embarrassing, and turn it into a hilarious and relatable story.
Is that if you're a white parent, the chances that it's you.
Remember the story about Rick James on the plane? That was not just a funny anecdote, that was a lesson on the unpredictability of life and the awkwardness we all face. Dave was not just entertaining us, he was connecting with us. But Dave's greatness did not stop there. He was also a fearless rebel. He did not shy away from controversy. He did not care about being politically correct. He did not care about pleasing anyone but himself. He spoke his mind no matter how unpopular, how offensive, how shocking. He challenged us, he provoked us, he inspired us, he made us question everything, especially ourselves. Remember when he turned down a $50 million deal with Comedy Central? That was not a crazy move, that was a bold move. He did not sell out, he walked out. He chose his freedom, his integrity, his art. He showed us what it means to be a true genius, to be true to yourself. But Dave's story was not all sunshine and rainbows. He had his dark moments, his struggles, his failures. He battled with addiction, depression, and fame.
People were saying, though, that you were on drugs, you lost your mind, you went into a mental institution.
He disappeared from the spotlight for a while. He came back changed, but still the same. He showed us his vulnerability, his humanity, his honesty. He showed us that even the greatest have their flaws, and that's okay. So, why is Dave Chappelle the world's greatest comedian? It's not just because he's funny, although he's damn funny. It's because he's deep, he's fearless, he's original. It's because he's a chameleon. He's a mirror, he's a prophet. He adapts to the times, he reflects our reality, and he predicts our future. He's more than just a comedian. He's a cultural icon, a social critic, a truth teller. He's living proof that laughter is the most powerful weapon, the most effective medicine, the most universal language. He's a reminder that we're all in this together. We're all human, and we're all trying to figure this thing out called life. So, the next time you hear Dave's name, don't just think of him as a funny guy. Think of him as a revolutionary, a genius, a leader. Think of him as Dave Chappelle, the king of comedy, the guru of laughter, the man who makes us laugh while making us think. And that is a rare and precious gift. So, what do you think of Dave Chappelle's genius? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching.